Yeah, I'm just so thrilled that you're getting the support that you are right now. And, with our conversations that we've had in the past, one thing that really stood out about what we talked about is you were talking about some of the conditions that are in some of these villages. And, it breaks my heart, honestly. And, just sitting there and thinking about the stress that they must undergo. And can you share what you were talking about as your vision, standing in one of those villages amongst the conditions and hearing the music? How does that make you feel?
It's a feeling that's challenging to language, honestly, because I feel it so deeply in my heart. I, again, have been so fortunate that the Lord gave me the spirit of courage and of adventure. And so, as a young South African, I often ventured into townships where, frankly, we were told not to go. We were told, don't go there, it's dangerous, there's all sorts of things happening. And yes, there are all sorts of very unfortunate, very sad things happening there. And I wanted to know, I wanted to understand. And so I have a sense of what it's like in those settlements. There is unfortunately an enormous amount of domestic violence in my country. I can't remember the exact statistics, but it's every few seconds a woman is raped. Unfortunately, those are very scary and very real statistics, and there are many, many people that are committed to uplifting those people, because what we acknowledge and what we see is that when you live under such stressful conditions every day, and there's seemingly no hope. You often fall into these behaviors and patterns that you saw modeled for you, but that's not necessarily what you need to be doing going forward. So we're very much committed to doing whatever we can in those areas to give people other choices, because I really am a firm believer that we make the best choices we know how in any given situation.
With what we have available to us at the time.
So if you have an alternative, I believe people will take that alternative. And this is what we're about. It's less about handing out fish, like I was saying to you. I learned that 10 years ago when I did my very first outreach project in Zimbabwe. And we went out and I learned many, many lessons, one of which was, when you leave the site, you want to leave knowing that those people are going to be able to continue on without you being there, without the handouts necessarily. And unfortunately, in that instance, I didn't leave with that feeling. I left with the feeling of, okay, I now know that me and my little car and a few willing people are able to make a big difference. I learned that lesson. I learned that the South African public and the world want to help, because when we put it out there, there was an enormous response to our food drive. And as I say, in hindsight, I realized that we went, we loved on these people, we gave them food, and there was this feeling of, but what happens when that food runs out? And that was what I was left with. And I'm grateful for that, because that is my compass now. To really look at projects and go, have we left things in such a way that when we leave, we've left these people with the skill and with the necessary resources and infrastructure to continue on, and then obviously we'd want to continue supporting them with additional, and just keep taking the projects to